Does your ejaculation control you? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, my friend, you have a problem. As a man, if you are controlled by your ejaculation, it means that you will constantly try to find ways to ejaculate, whether it's through porn, chasing women, being on OnlyFans, etc., etc. That's if the problem is you are wasting that precious sexual energy. That sexual energy is your potential as a man. But because you are wasting it, you don't know how much of your potential is left on the table. And when you are young, you don't think about it. But if you are not sexually disciplined, and the earlier you start, the better it is, you cannot achieve as much. You can still achieve, don't get me wrong, or you could totally ruin your life, but you will never achieve as much as someone who's sexually disciplined. Think about it. We live in a hypersexualized world, a hypersexualized society. So the distractions are endless. Think about it. If you are in Instagram, on TikTok, or if you watch porn, you don't even need a woman. You could ejaculate all by yourself because, as I said, Instagram and TikTok are pretty much soft porn. And obviously, you have the real porn, like Pornhub and all those filthy websites to distract you endlessly. And you, with each ejaculation, with all those frequent ejaculations, you are wasting that Kundalini energy, that sexual energy, your ojas. If you want to achieve the most in this life, you need a certain level of discipline. First of all, you can't watch porn. This channel is all about quitting porn. So let's put it this way. You have to quit porn, period. But even after that, you can't always be chasing a woman. I'm not saying you have to be with a woman and stay with her forever. That's a matter of preference. But your mind cannot be constantly thinking about ways to chase pussy, to chase woman. If you let go of porn, but you are as addicted or even more to chasing women and being promiscuous, well, that's pretty much the same shit. You are chasing after cheap dopamine. And that is equally as dangerous for your brain and for your life. So do not do that. And if you can be sexually disciplined and objectify women less and have the ability to put women aside and focus on what is important for you, because if you are chasing, if you are following your basic instinct, you cannot achieve as much as someone who is sexually disciplined, who has put aside all his basic instinct to follow something worthwhile, to be his higher self. In order to do that, you need to be in control of your ejaculation. Every time you have an urge, you need to ejaculate. You are not in control, my friend. And a man is not truly a man if he is not in control of his ejaculation. That's what David Data said, the author of The Way of the Superior Man. So, in order for you to be a superior man, you need to have a certain level of discipline. You need to have a certain adherence to semen retention. Now, obviously, I said that you should quit porn, but you should be on semen retention, which means that you do not ejaculate all the time. And especially as you grow older, you don't need to ejaculate as frequently. You know you're addicted to your ejaculation if you can't go a week without ejaculating. Or even if you can, you have strong cravings. But if you can, it's already something better than if you can't at all. Like if you can do a week without ejaculating, but you still have strong craving, you are addicted. And it's okay. There's ways to go about it. And it does take time and it does take patience. You have to be kind and compassionate towards yourself. But you cannot live a life where you are wasting that sexual energy. There's a reason why we feel shame after an ejaculation. There's a reason why we feel guilty because we could be doing so much better. And there is a time and place for ejaculation, but it's not something that should control your mind, that should take over your life. It is something that you choose when to ejaculate, that you do not give in to your urges, that you are the master of those urges, that you are the master of your brain, of your genitals. And because when you are the master of all of this, you can be the master of your life. And that is where you can truly be unstoppable. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Sebastian, your addiction recovery coach. I'm here to help those of you who want to quit more.